The first time I saw her, she was covered head to toe in living armor, a shifting shell of blue-black plates that pulsed faintly like breathing skin. The armor was alive, and so was the creature inside it. She called herself Commander Zyrith of the Cothuan Dominion. To the rest of us aboard the human vessel Argent Dawn, she was simply the alien. We'd been at war with her kind for 15 years. Entire colonies had burned. Ships, cities, and worlds vanished under orbital bombardments. But something had changed in the last cycle, a ceasefire no one truly believed would last. The Dominion had sent an emissary to negotiate directly with the Terran fleet, and Zyrith was her name. And somehow, I was the poor idiot chosen to escort her. Part 1. The Armor and the Eyes Beneath. From the first moment she stepped into the ship's metallic corridors, every head turned. Her armor flowed over her like water solidifying into steel, each plate reflecting the cold lights overhead. It wasn't mechanical, it was symbiotic. The Cothuan bonded to their armor like a second skin, their symbionts feeding off their bioenergy, reacting to emotion, pain, or aggression. I'd read reports about them, but standing in front of one was different. When Zyrith turned those obsidian eyes toward me, I felt every human instinct scream at me to run. "Lieutenant Caravance," she said in a voice that was low, modulated, like two voices speaking at once. "You are smaller than I imagined." Humans tend to be smaller than walking tanks. I shot back before my brain could tell my mouth to shut up. The edges of her mouth, if that sharp, fanged expression could even be called one, tilted upward. Humor. A survival mechanism. Or just nerves, I said, starting down the corridor. "This way, Commander." We were to spend 3 weeks together while negotiations occurred via long-range transmission. She aboard our ship, I as her official liaison and guard. Sounded simple enough. But no one warned me how disarming she'd be when she wasn't threatening to kill me. Part 2. Sparks between steel. By the second week, I realized she spent most nights awake. The Cothuan barely slept. Their symbionts kept their bodies in a semi-alert trance. I'd pass the observation deck and find her staring out at the stars, helmet retracted, revealing an angular face of shifting violet hues, bioluminescent veins tracing delicate lines across her cheeks. "Your kind finds the void comforting," she said one night when she caught me watching her reflection. "I guess we do," I replied, joining her. "It reminds us how small we are." She turned to me, head slightly tilted. "Small things can still be dangerous." "I could say the same about you," I said. "You're not exactly large. For a Cothuan, I mean." Her armor flexed slightly, a ripple of motion like the twitch of muscle. "You've studied us. I've fought you." That made her pause. Her gaze softened, or maybe I imagined it. "How many of my kind have you killed?" "Enough," I said quietly. "Then you understand what we are beneath this armor," she said, voice cooling. I looked up at her, really looked. "No, Commander. That's the thing. None of us do." Her eyes held mine for a long time before she said something I didn't expect. "Perhaps it is time you did." Part 3. Beneath the Shell. It was a few days later when she asked the question that would haunt me. We were reviewing transmission data from the Dominion delegates when she suddenly said, "You humans fear what you cannot see. My armor. It unsettles you. Wouldn't you be unsettled if someone wore a creature on their body that could eat you alive?" She almost smiled again. "This armor protects me. It is my history, my companion, my strength. Without it, I am exposed. Vulnerable." Leaned back. "Then why wear it all the time? Even when the wars paused?" "Because humans stare." Her tone was almost a whisper. "And I am tired of being a weapon in your eyes." I didn't know what to say to that. Then she tilted her head again, the way she did when she was curious. Tell me, Caravans, if I were to shed this armor, would you still speak to me the same way? I raised an eyebrow. Is that an invitation, Commander? Perhaps. Her voice was strange. Softer, almost amused. Curious what's beneath this armor, human? She meant it as a taunt, maybe even a test. But I didn't look away. Yeah, I said finally. I am. Her armor rippled like liquid shadow, retracting in a wave from her shoulders to her waist, then melting away entirely. What stood before me wasn't a monster. It was something heartbreakingly beautiful and alien all at once. Her skin shimmered faintly with an inner light, a pattern of constellations shifting across her form. Her breathing was shallow, uncertain, and for the first time she looked afraid. There, she said softly. Now you see what your enemy hides. I swallowed hard. You're wrong, I said. I see what your people lost, the need to be seen without armor. That made her look up sharply. And what do you hide, human? I hesitated only a moment before pulling open the collar of my uniform. The scars on my chest glowed faintly blue under the light, remnants of Cothuan plasma burns from a battle years ago. You're not the only one who's worn armor to survive. Her eyes softened again. We are not so different, you and I. No, I said. But maybe that's the problem. Part 4. The Cost of Peace. The next week everything went to hell. The ceasefire collapsed. A Cothuan fleet appeared out of subspace, demanding the return of their emissary, or the annihilation of the Argent Dawn. The ship went to red alert. I ran to her quarters only to find Xyrath already armored again, her symbiont thrumming with energy. They'll destroy you if I stay, she said. They believe I've been corrupted. Then let them believe it, I said, grabbing her arm. You don't have to go back. Her armor reacted instantly, tendrils curling protectively around her as if sensing my desperation. You don't understand, Kara. The symbiont records everything. They'll see what we shared. Then let them see it, I said, voice breaking. Let them see what peace looks like. For a moment I thought she'd stay. Then her hand came up, brushing my cheek through the armor, a gesture half human, half alien. You taught me what lies beneath this armor, she said. Now I must show them. She stepped back, eyes gleaming with that same soft bioluminescence I'd seen before. Do not grieve me, human. We have begun something that cannot be stopped. Before I could reply, she was gone, walking calmly to the airlock, the alien warrior who dared to love her enemy. Epilogue. The message in the stars. It's been 3 months since that day. The Dominion never attacked. Instead, a transmission was broadcast to both fleets, Xyrath's final message. In it, she stood before her people, unarmored, scars glowing like constellations. We cannot fear what lies beneath, she said. Because beneath armor, beneath hatred, beneath the memory of war, we are all made of the same stars. I still stand on the same observation deck every night, staring into the void. Somewhere out there maybe she still lives. Maybe her kind learned to see us differently. And maybe, just maybe, when the stars whisper through the silence, she's still asking. Curious what's beneath this armor, human? And every time I whisper back, now I know.